Hello again, Dusty Thunder here. Story for you. Title: Am I the astronaut for choosing my 19-year-old niece over my brother by allowing her to live with me? My brother Vince, 40s, is the father to two daughters, Kaya, 19, and Lily, 7. Kaya has lived with my family for more than a year now, and allowing her to live with us has stained the relationship with my brother to a breaking point and created tension within my wider family. Kaya and Lily's mom, Beth, died just after giving birth to Lily. During Beth's pregnancy with Lily, she was diagnosed with a heart condition that weakened her. There were plans to deliver Lily early so that she and Beth had the best chance. Vince asked Beth to wait longer so that Lily had a better chance. Oof. Kaya and my parents were around to hear this discussion, and when Beth died hours after Lily was born, Kaya blamed Vince. I mean, that's understandable, I guess. And then when Vince remarried within a year of Beth's death, and with his new wife, Michelle, 40s, adopted Lily, it destroyed any relationship Kaya had left with her Vince. Well, I'm going to go ahead and drop some red flags here. Also, I don't know why the name Lily is so hard for my face to say. Vince had promised Beth he would make sure Lily knew who she was, always, if something happened. But after Michelle adopted Lily, they began talking like Michelle was her biological mother. Michelle would tell Lily, even as a young toddler, that the day she was born was the best day of her life, or how happy she and Vince were when they had Lily. There are people who were under the assumption that Kaya's mom died and Lily was Michelle's biological child. Well, because that's the backstory they were building. Kaya fought a lot with Vince and Michelle. She told her dad she hated him and that he betrayed her mom. She blamed him for her mom's death, shamed him for erasing and replacing Beth with Michelle and giving her mom's daughter to Michelle. She wished he had been the one to die instead of her mom. She told Michelle she hoped Beth haunted her every day for stealing Lily. They punished her a lot because they didn't want Lily to hear and figure out what was going on. She was not allowed to talk about Beth to Lily, and they stopped the girls from spending time together because they knew Kaya would tell Lily the truth. My gosh! I was always super close to Kaya and was there for her when most of our wider family were more in support of Vince and Michelle and Lily. I got some shit for that because I was reminded that Vince lost his wife and was left with two girls to raise, and that Michelle was just trying to love Lily and give her a mom and was being tormented by a teenager because of it. But I could see Kaya's side and still think Vince has handled this all so badly. They might all argue that it is better for Lily, but she'll have to know someday, and I have to imagine there could very well be a lot of pain for her when she realizes the truth. I think there's a very real chance Lily and Kaya will never be capable of being close. When Kaya turned 18, she asked if she could live with me and my husband and our kids. We said yes. I was happy to have her come stay, and I knew it was better than her being on her own. But as I mentioned, this was not something Vince approved of, and he wanted me to kick Kaya out. I refused. We didn't speak for months. When he heard from another one of our siblings that Kaya was still with me, he reached back out and told me I had chosen Kaya over him, my own brother. He sent me a text exchange between him and Kaya where she told him that his happiness wasn't deserved and he should have stayed single forever after what he did to her mom. He told me that was what I was supporting, and I told him I wasn't kicking Kaya out and to quit trying. My parents told me I could help Kaya find somewhere else and not divide the family like this. I asked how they could punish their own granddaughter after everything. They said Vince only wanted the best chance for Lily and that Kaya has been grossly unfair about this whole thing. Wait, that statement isn't unfair? He just wants the best for one girl, and the girl who he doesn't want the best for is really making that hard. They told me I was being unfair to Vince and to our family, and I'm helping to divide us. Am I the astronaut? Top comment here. How terrible. Lily is going to be devastated when she eventually finds out the truth. Her entire life and sense of self is built on a lie. She is going to go nuclear, especially if Kaya tells her version of the events. You carry on doing what you're doing. Kaya has a family that loves and accepts her and isn't trying to erase the mother she loved so much. Vince just wants to punish her for refusing to accept his version of reality and would rather she was homeless and living in a cardboard box if she doesn't come back crawling and agree to his terms. Beth must be turning in her grave. I can't imagine. First of all, like asking you, Candy Thunder, if you were in this position where it was a health choice, that's not something that I am like, hey, please sacrifice yourself. That's not a request that a partner makes to another. I mean, I wouldn't. I'm sure there's an argument to be made there, but I feel like making that request is something that if that's a decision that's going to be made, has to originate from the person who would be suffering.
Yeah, I think that to ask that of your wife, in the comments, it said that they wanted to deliver Lily at 30 weeks, but she ended up delivering at 35 weeks. So she went...
He made her wait 5 weeks?
She went into labor on her own, and that's why she ended up delivering. I mean, even 32 or 34 would have been, but I feel like I don't know, marrying someone a year after your wife passes away, either he just wanted to replace because it was too hard to parent on his own, or if there was something going on. I don't know. I can't imagine I can't imagine replacing my partner after 1 year. I don't even have time to grieve at that point. And I know that everyone has a different timeline for grief, but I'm still judging him for getting married a year after she passed away.
Same.
That's really hard on your children.
It further compounds everything here, and I think it fuels the whole false narrative. And Kaya was 12 when Lily was born. Kaya's 19 now. Lily is 7 now. So she was 12. And they essentially set a do-over point for life and decided they were going to rewrite history for Lily and just erase the part of history where Kaya had a childhood, had a mother. It's just erased, it's just gone, and they expect her to just deal with it for the sake of Lily. That's their argument here, is they want her to just endure this for the sake of Lily. Endure what? Erasing my history? Walking around like I'm a ghost now because you guys are just pretending like my childhood didn't even happen? This is up. And I don't know whose idea this was. If it was Vince or Michelle or both of them, I don't care. Whoever came up with this and was like, yes, that's the ticket. Let's do that. I'm like, you are a garbage human being. Whoever came up with that, I'm giving this to right now. We're on a roll with DFHB thumbs downs here. That is absolute garbage.
At the end of the day, whoever came up with it, I don't know if that matters. It's the fact that the dad is on board with it and he didn't hesitate to.
So was the rest of the family. So
they said they were isolating the girls from one another because they didn't want Kaya to tell Lily. I'm like, Lily should already know. I'm not scared of passing on and doing all that good stuff. The most scared I am is that.
Hold on. What is doing all that good stuff?
Know, the after part,
passing on,
the haunting part.
Okay.
That's fine. But the part that freaks me out the most is my children and them not being there for them in that way, and to not tell Lily that her mom, sacrificed herself so that she could be here. And I'm not saying that she needs to carry that guilt, but to know her mom was a wonderful person, to know that her mom exists and to take that away from a child, I feel like that's so wrong. Her mom didn't choose to leave this world. Her mom was taken because of childbirth, and to not have your child know about you and know how much you loved them, that's the part that would make me just.
Yeah. Well, rest assured, Candy Thunder, heaven forbid if anything ever did happen. Yes, I would move on quickly. Yes,
obviously.
She would look strikingly like you. But I would keep your memory alive. I wouldn't pretend, to the kids like you didn't exist,
Yeah, you would keep all the bad parts about me.
I wouldn't go photoshopping all of our family photos and face swapping for new mom.
Okay, so moving forward, there's a theory on YouTube chat that said some of us think he had a new wife on the side and found a legal way to unalive his wife and start over. That's at
least dropping the five to tell us that.
Yes, I love the theory, and yeah, mind that it could be.
For everyone involved here with this farce, straight to Lulu. It is entirely possible, and that just makes it that much more gross. And you know what? All of his actions post her passing kind of support that, don't they? Which just makes it even grosser. What I don't understand is why the rest of the family is buying in on this. Where's the rest of the family? Also, Kaya has. I wonder if Beth's parents weren't around anymore, because she would have grandparents on that side, right? They were not, so she didn't have an extended family in Beth's direction to be able to pull from either. Kaya is it. That's a terrible thing to do to a child. And OP, you are the only anchor that Kaya has right now. And even as a 19-year-old, think about it this way. Since she was 12 years old, her world has been completely upside down and empty. And she's been walking around feeling like a ghost. And now, since turning 18, I guess you say 17 is when she moved in? Or was it? No, 18. Since for the past year, you have been the only anchor that she's had. The only stability, the only common thread, the only grounding thing, period. That's it. Don't you dare take that away from her. I don't give a flying monkey what the rest of the family says about it. They're willing to sacrifice her life to keep fueling a farce for Lily. And someday Lily's going to find out about all this shit, and that is going to be a bonding moment between her and Kaya where the truth is revealed, and Kaya can finally help her celebrate who her mom was. And at that moment, freaking Vince Gill and Michelle are they're out. They're going to be like, oh, why won't our daughters talk to us anymore? Gee, I wonder.
Do you think they'll stick with the lie once Lily finally learns the truth?
Oh,
do you think
for
they'll
sure.
deny
Deny.
that she's full of shit, or they're probably already feeding lies into her now?
They probably have another a backup story ready.
Yeah. It did say that OP has put Kaya in therapy. That was one of their comments.
Good. I don't think there's anywhere to put Vince and Michelle and any family member that is helping support this bullshit except for the black hole. Be gone. Be gone with you.